Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves another video from the Gacha DG2. And, well, it's about what you would expect. The Genshin Impact devs have lost their mind. And so I'm excited. Sorry. Almost threw up there at the mention of Genshin. It's pretty clear that after the version 6.0 livestream, the announcements of level 100, Masterless Stella Fortuna, even more power creep, you've got like the whole like Lunar Bloom, all of that stuff. A lot of people are a bit upset. And I'm just excited to see what the takes from other individuals are, because this is ridiculous.
Genshin Impact is the largest scale social experiment I've ever seen in my entire life. I feel like I'm the one losing my mind.
Once a 5-star character reaches their maximum constellation level, additional constellations obtained for them will be converted into Masterless Stella Fortuna.
I will be fair, the main Genshin Impact subreddit has a post with 7,200 upvotes. I think it's higher now, talking about how they feel like the devs have no idea what the fuck they're doing when it comes to this feature. So, Gacha DG, don't worry, you're not the only one taking crazy pills. There's a good portion of the player base that also is reflecting those same exact thoughts. 7.7k. Oh, my bad, guys. I was pretending to be a Hoyo shill for a second over there. Yeah. 7.7k now. r/Genshin Impact.
Is this even real?
Why did he post a clip from The Karate Kid 2008 with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan?
No. What? Please don't tell me that people are actually defending this nonsense. It's crazy because I know that Hoyo is greedy at this point. I know they don't care about the consumer anymore.
There are a lot of people defending it. Even though on the subreddit, this does appear to be the majority opinion, there are still a bunch of posts. There are still a bunch of creators. You got your Flip Me ACs. You got your, I think it's probably the main one. You got a bunch of people going ahead and supporting the idea that level 100 is like cosmetic. Level 100 isn't that real. Blah, 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 all of that stuff. When in reality, it represents, for many characters, up to a 40% damage increase. Creators like Sekajoko, yeah, let whales have this one thing. They said that for City and Onslaught. I guess let whales just have this other thing too.
I know they couldn't care less about your quality of life, but Hoyo coming out and saying that they don't care about the money?
Let me just show you all the full quote, just so you know how absurd it is.
You can be as predatory as you want to be, but do they think we're bots? Why is a representative of a billion-dollar company just straight up lying to an audience like this on such a grand stage? I don't even want to look to see if people are trying to defend this statement, because I don't want to lose any more brain cells than I already have.
I have to imagine the statement was made as like a part of like a joke. It like wasn't meant to be like serious. That's the only thing that I can imagine for why they would. This is during the Stella Fortuna section as well, guys. This is like when they're talking about how they release level 100 and you need to spend like effectively around $1,000 to C9 a unit and then level them up to 100 after going from C6 is an additional like $1,000. This is after they said that. And then they're going in with the whole statement, Genshin doesn't want to make money. I watched this in Chinese. The tone was serious. Oh, well, that's a little rough.
To an audience like this on such a grand stage. I don't even want to look to see if people are trying to defend this statement, because I don't want to lose any more brain cells than I already have, because this is genuinely embarrassing. I've never seen a statement that could literally mean nothing but sabotage to their brand.
So it wasn't a joke. It was serious. They were like quoting a customer or something like that. And like, I've just actually been whitewashing. I've been having the rose tinted glasses when it comes to this situation. The devs were actually just serious. Oh, fuck.
Because how could you think we were that stupid to just go with what you were saying?
Now, I feel really dumb now that I actually thought they were joking the whole fucking time.
Imaginarium Theater, Stygian Onslaught, HP inflation in the Spiral Abyss, better exploration with Night Soul, the weapon banner, egregiously low pulls per patch for a free-to-play. With all of this, they could have just straight up came out and said, The goal of our product is to make money, and I would have actually respected them for that. But now they deserve every bit of hate they're getting.
I mean, the game's been progressively getting more predatory, more pay to win, and has gated more quality of life behind payments ever since Wuthering Waves released. It is straight up the amount of like just degradation of the game's mechanics that I've seen since Natlan launched is actually absurd. Exploration quality, like he already listed off everything, and now they're locking reworked reactions behind Nod-Krai units. You will never play Bloom again without Lava on your team, and it's designed that way. So now to use like any of your Dendro units, better get ready to pull her.
If Genshin Impact isn't just a cash grab for their new disasters, then Flip isn't a Hoyo shill.
The most hilarious thing ever to me is, let me just pull up Flip's Twitter. It's fucking objectively hilarious. He is literally playing absurd amounts of defense around this level 100 change, making all of these graphics that literally are like a bigger flashbang than the Genshin fucking intro screen. He's doing all of this work to like defend the company and to like defend the predatory practices, and then proceeding to get views like this.
Hoyo shill.
Bro's knees are fucking bruised. Bro's developing a fucking ulcer. And like, he's doing all that work for views like this.
So if you don't already know, I hate to be the one to tell you, but Genshin Impact is implementing one of their brightest ideas yet, level 100. Well, that should be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
People have been waiting for a new maximum level for a long time now. Well, in classic Genshin fashion, they give you what you want and then make it 500 times more inconvenient than it needs to be. You can get a level 100 character for the small price of Constellation 9. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Why are we still making excuses in...
And you want to know the best part about all of this? He just said Constellation 9, right? C9. The funny part is that there were very many people in the Genshin community that were pissed with the change, and all they thought you needed to get was C8. They thought you needed only C8 for it. You actually need one more copy. They're already saying it's pay to win out of the ass, and the game's gonna suffer for it. But like, they were underestimating how pay to win it was while saying that. I'm just gonna be honest, guys. It's actually hilarious. It's so funny to see how far this game has fallen while being propped up by all of these shills the entire time. And now they're beginning to wake up and realize, damn, those woo-wah CCs, they may have been right the entire time. Maybe it wasn't just comparing waves. Maybe they weren't talking shit about Genshin for no reason. They were actually right the whole time, and they were just warning us. Hey, y'all made your bed. Time to lay in it, dumbasses.
2025 for this no-effort, half-ass product. And if you recall, levels actually matter when it comes to the Hyper Bloom reaction. So that's right, you're missing out on a ton of damage.
Around 40% for the transformative ones. And guess who's now the queen of transformative reactions? Lauma. Damn, already giving incentive to C9, the newest fucking unit.
When you don't get level 100 characters, it gets to a point where I could really care less about the quote-unquote QOL.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Updates because they get canceled out by you having to pull out your wallet anyway.
Hey, they added the skip button, boys.
Are you satisfied with feeling 2% better about using your wallet after they made it to where all domains are open when a limited 5-star gets a drop rate boost? Oh, let's go. Thank you, Hoyoverse, for throwing us a bone, even though we've been asking for all domains to be open at all times for years now.
They added FOMO to that quality of life, by the way. The one he's talking about is how when a new character and weapon release, the domain involved with leveling that character or weapon are unlocked all day. But that's only for 7 days. The banners are 21 days long. And so for 1/3 of the banner being live, you have the quality of life. So they put FOMO into the quality of life. I'm impressed. I'm like impressed. Every single update, every single version, it's like these guys somehow find a way to like turn things that should be slam dunks, home runs, fastballs down the middle, and they fuck it up. It's impressive at this point. I have to assume it's being done by a professional. To grief quality of life updates that everyone should like and grief them in this manner.
Because this is some completely outdated garbage and it's not 2020 anymore. Genshin Impact is the only game I've ever played where the devs clearly know and understand people have an issue with something and then they
Y'all remember this? Remember this survey over half of a year ago where they talked about all this stuff? This is the solution that they came up with. It's paywalling it. Paywalling it with FOMO. This is the solution they've come up with. They still haven't addressed this one. Who knows how they're gonna paywall and add FOMO to the weekly bosses? Are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? How are they gonna fuck up this one? Hey, it's up next, boys. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Let's get back out into it. Oh, brother.
purposely go out of their way to let you know that they could not care less by halfway fixing the issue. This company does not even know what quality of life means. They will make your playing experience as annoying as possible, all in the hopes that you swipe because they paywall the solution to all of your problems. Oh, and here we go. This guy right here is actually trying to guilt trip the community by saying Genshin Impact's
sorry, let me read this. Genshin Impact's production costs have gone way beyond what you'd expect in a typical game. Eewoo, eewoo, bullshit detector going off. Eewoo, eewoo. All right, let's see. Let's just look at Exhibit A. This is
mechanism that periodically
This is the new character releasing in the patch. This is their moveset.
launch forward, dealing AoE hydro damage to surrounding enemies. Then, with her elemental burst, Aino summons a water spray.
That's her kit. Those are the two abilities she has in her kit, and then they're proceeding to tell you the production costs have gone far. Shut up. You fucking liar. Eewoo, eewoo, you fucking liar. What are you even saying? There's no way you showed off Aino's kit and then said this in the same live stream. There's no way. That doesn't even make any sense at all, brother.
production costs have gone way beyond what you'd expect in a typical game. I don't give a fuck. This is by far one of the cringiest statements I have ever
He already knew this kit was dog shit too. He used the B-roll of her trash fucking animations.
seen in my
Perfect.
entire life. One of the most profitable companies in the entire
Why'd you say it like profit? Who the fuck? Profitable? What? Did you have a stroke while recording that?
We're sorry guys, the production cost is getting very high, so we have to make the game 5 times more predatory every patch. I don't care if it costs $1 billion to make the damn game.
Base.
Billionaires complaining about issues with money makes me want to throw up. Just so far out of touch, it's disturbing. Yes, there is a user-generated content mode coming, but at this point, I don't even feel
He's
the
right.
need to mention that because the rest of the game feels like shit to play.
This is my take on the UGC mode. They're just desperately looking for ways for people to play Genshin Impact without actually playing Genshin Impact because the baseline game is trash. That's the only explanation for why UGC is in Genshin and not a standalone game. Because they know the game is shit, so they're looking for ways for you to play it without actually playing it. That's it.
Oh, but we're getting 20 pulls for the anniversary patch. You have to realize that the free-to-play is being completely overlooked more and more each update.
20 pulls is also dog shit. 5 years, 20 pulls is awful.
Going to get to the point where you are only going to get content if you are a whale. They still trickle things in like user-generated content or update the condensed resin. Speaking of condensed resin, why is that still a thing? None of your peers have this inconvenient garbage in their game, so why is it still in yours? Here we go again with acknowledging the problem and fixing the wrong thing. Update the resin cap and make it to where you can use double resin like a normal gacha game at this point. But
The funniest thing to me is them raising condensed resin to 60 per condensed resin, up from 40, and then keeping the resin cap the same. So whenever you're maxed out on resin and you convert to condensed, you'll still have 20 left over. Like, are these guys just stupid? Are these guys just dumb? That is like a major fucking inconvenience to have like this 20 left over. Like, it's just, I feel like I don't even need to explain it. Great, now you get to go on your one domain run a day to claim 20 resin worth of shit. Oh, hope you enjoy your one artifact, bro. Like,
this is yet another reason why Duet Night Abyss needs to succeed. Now, I know a lot of you don't care about this game whatsoever, but for those who
nice
want to
DNA
see a
ad.
change in the gacha genre, this is going to be one of the best ways that you can show these companies that they don't have to perform psychological torture on you in order to make money. That you can have convenient features in your game, and it will in turn show players that you respect their time. And
I would wait to see what sort of like some of the gameplay systems are like before I guess like fully going on board with the whole like DNA changes everything narrative, because I'm just gonna be real, guys. Like, I still need to see like what the character acquisition rate is looking like, what like drop rates are, how fast you can actually like grind characters, stuff like that. Because, well, let's just be honest here, right? If it's like, if it takes too long to like do the stuff, then you're paying with your time, right? So it's still payment either way. So I'm more along the road of gotta wait and see to see how it's integrated and then make further commentary from there.
they will play the game for longer. Monetization through skins is what I want to see in the future, because having to spend thousands of dollars to feel like you're not missing out on a certain feature in a game is ridiculous. I'm tired of seeing the quality of life in Genshin Impact being determined on how much money you spend or how much time you spend playing.
I guess this is also the other thing that's a little bit iffy to me. If every character and their dupes are grindable, then is there a chance that like content in DNA is balanced around you essentially having C6 characters? For like the true endgame, it's balanced around you having C6 characters. And that's kind of like the whole, man, that potentially could be a lot of grinding to reach that point. I think that's something that a lot of people haven't thought about.
Two of the most important currencies in your life are constantly being drained if you want to have fun. If you don't care about pulling characters and just like running around with a limited stamina bar, then yeah, I guess it's all good. But let's not cope. When you play a gacha game, you want characters because they look cool, or you want to play that endgame because you want to test the limits of your characters in a fair manner. You have to just know for a fact at this point that Stygian Onslaught is gonna get 100 times worse.
This is my take on Stygian Onslaught. It's a pay-to-win game mode right now. You'll have stupid fucking idiots telling you you don't need C6 new characters to clear it. Don't listen to them, right? These are guys that are like sitting here working with some of the most dog shit balanced game modes in the history of gacha, and then like coping and saying it's like actually good because there's like this one stupid ass strategy that no one's ever going to be willing to do to like clear it. It's like, no, it's clearly designed for people that are spending thousands of dollars on characters, and it's not meant for anybody else. That's just it, right? And they're going to raise it to the next level by requiring C6 plus level 100 as well. So C9 characters.
Compensate for the fact that it was already a BS whale game mode.
I'm sorry, Mr. Whitaker, I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said, God help me.
And I'm not even saying anything crazy like Genshin Impact should get rid of the gacha system or anything, but at least try
Just go back to where the game was at the end of version 4.0. Like, honestly, Genshin was like actually on a potentially decent path in the middle of 4.0, and then they just, after Wuwa released, they were like, fuck it, blow it up, everything pay to win. The second Wuwa released, they just decided right into the fucking ground. I thought a competitor was gonna make Genshin make their game better, but they had a competitor, and then they proceeded to ruin the game.
Monetization practices that aren't so predatory because they've made enough money already. Because remember, you guys don't care about the money anyway. Isn't it interesting how Stygian Onslaught wants you to use C6 units? And now we have an update where they want you to go beyond C6 in order to level up your characters past level 90. Is seeing a pattern like this not concerning? I have some good news and some bad news for you. The bad news is Genshin will probably never get any better at this rate.
I think that's a fair take to make. You see it getting worse and worse every single version. Lauma has upgraded beyond just being exploration quality of life. She now has the rework to Bloom that makes it viable locked behind pulling her. So she's like exploration quality of life plus a reworked elemental reaction in one unit. And so if you want to play Hydro and Dendro characters again, you better pull her. Otherwise, your Dendro and Hydro units are not going to be playable anymore. Like, brother, that's next level fucking predatoriness.
I only said there was good news to lighten the situation. Genshin is pretty awful. And even if you can't see anything wrong in what Genshin does, most people can agree that the game needs a skip button. I know I mention it in probably every single Genshin video, but it is that important because it is one of the most low effort things that you can.
This is how I think they're going to do the skip button. They're going to do like reverse FOMO on the skip button. The skip button's only going to be available if you haven't done the quest for like 3 months. Yeah, if you haven't done a quest for 3 months, then the skip button is available. That's probably what they're going to do. And so if you don't want to deal with the story of the current patch, you think it's shit, you will have to go through it or wait 3 months to be able to skip it. That's how I imagine they're gonna do it. Oh, wait. Guys, I just got a message from Hoyo. They just said I'm hired for a job in the quality of life department. Holy shit, they're offering me a full-time for their quality of life department. I think they really like that suggestion. Fucking imbeciles. All right, let's keep going.
To at least make people have a little bit of hope that you can make a change and it'd be exactly what people were asking for. It's atrocious that they still haven't even thrown the half-ass skip button at us that ZZZ and HSR have.
ZZZ skip button is like, when I hear somebody bragging about ZZZ's skip button, I know they don't actually play the game. That's the biggest tell that they don't actually play ZZZ and they just brag about the skip button, knowing that it's functionally useless. You can't skip anything that you actually want to skip. You can only skip the animated voice cutscenes. And these guys are still talking about it like there is one. I'm not talking about Gacha DG. He said it's half-assed. But there are so many like Hoyo players that are like, oh my god, why can't Hoyo just be like Z? You don't want ZZZ skip button, bro. It's trash.
So I have no words. That's just pathetic. Time for your gotcha.
Nobody plays ZZZ. That's pretty much just proof that nobody actually plays ZZZ. It's the number of people bragging about its skip button. That's my evidence. Because if you actually played the fucking game, you'd know it doesn't work.
Jargon word of the day. Today's word is greed. Intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth, power, or food.
That's a good word of the day for us to end off on. Great vid by the Gacha DG too. A lot of great points for me to kind of sounding board off of, because I'm just going to be real here. The downfall of this game, I have been predicting the exact predatory shit that this company was going to do. I've been predicting it since the start of the year. The second I saw that Mavawika, Sitlali, double banner, both new characters debuting as new ones, with the pulls from Lantern Right locked behind after their banners, I knew it was cooked. I knew they weren't trying to actually compete with Wuwa anymore. Their only goal as a company now is to turn Genshin into a cash cow. They're done acquiring new players. They're only gonna wring dry like a fucking wet towel. Just talking about wringing dry. We got Riot Games over here. They're gonna wring dry like a wet towel the rest of the cash the player base has. And they don't care about acquiring new ones, because otherwise, why would they put all this fucking bullshit in the game? That's the only thing I can imagine. That will be that for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, great vid from the DG. Let me know what you all thought. Peace.